Hi guys! It's not the first time we do something crazy and nuts, and it's not the first time it happened this way that we are first in the universe. No, I don't know, but first in the world. Once again, it's no matter for me, but it's anytime funny to say it. I'm the first one in the world, man! Awesome! We have here, I like to drive FLIERs, ESC in my big cars. ADS, I use Hobbywing. Now I have the new Castle ESC ADS with sensor, is really great. I prefer the Castle Monster X than the Hobbywing because of the sensor and the turbo modes and other stuff with the Castle motor. But over ADS we have not many choices. We have FLIER ESC rebranded by Alien and other stuffs. We have ZTW Beast Pro 12S ESC, a monster, 650 grams, 2 fans in there, program wire, anti-spark is already built in, and it's waterproof, and we have a cool 8.4 volt back. You can change 6 volt 7.4 or 8.4 or just 7.2. I forget it now. Better check it. We will see it later. You understand what I mean? You can change the back and you have enough amp to use a big scale servo. But after the 12S you have only these babies, and this is the most I use in all my cars, the 4 to 22S 200 amp Airsnake ESC from Rafa Mamba on eBay. You get here an ESC with, you can get it with an internal back, but the internal back is only at 5.5 volt or 6 volts and only a few amps. For a standard servo in 1/5 scale is okay. If you have 2 servos, if you have brake servos, if you have lights, it's too much for him, you cannot use it, so you need an external back. It's also easy in 1/5 scale or 4 scale or bigger. You can just, you have room, you have cars about 50 to 20 kilograms, 24 kilograms for the Feed Racing Dragon Hammer, 40 kilograms for the Reminator, and you have mechanical brakes, so you need you have really room and space in that car for put 2 solutions. Or you put directly a small LiPo 7.4 on the receiver if you have a receiver who is able to handle it. If not, you can use a lithium-ion battery from 6 volt for a common receiver. Or you can use an external back, so you can take the power from one battery from the main power from the ESC to have constant 7.4 or 8 or 9 volt range voltage to your receiver and servos and all the stuff. Such ESC are not made for beginner. It's clear, if you play the game in this size, if this weight and using so much volts, you need to know what you are doing until you will have several damage on your material or on yourself. From FLIER we also get this baby for our real stuff for flight. This is a 24S 150 amp. It's only 150 amp because you have 24S. That means about 100 volts you can use on a motor for your airplane. This one cannot be upgraded to car. You have no brake, no backward. You have only the automatical brake for keep back the propeller shaft. And now, because I ask them, please do it, please do it, please do it, they tell, okay, there it is, you want it, you have it. The new FLIER, this is a prototype, it's not the final version, logo 300 amp car ESC. Of course, like all FLIER ESC, you can change the setup from this baby for boat, for car, for air. But think on it, you have only the fans for typical car stuff or in the air. If you want to go to a boat ESC, you can have the FLIER ESC with both case and of course water circulation in the ESC. You have here cool looking alloy case. Like that baby, you have here 630 grams. This is one 650. You have two fans. You have to wire yourself your fans to go to receiver or directly to the battery if you want. It's not waterproof at that time, and we have no internal back. It's here input 3 to 60S OPTO, no back. So what I'm gonna do is just a 2S 1300 milliamp battery. I just fit everywhere in the car. It's not an issue. I have really enough room in my FGs, in my MCDs, in the Reminator, in the Growler, UFRC. The also big car, you have enough room. So I'm gonna tell them I really want to have an internal back. I can rate it to 8.4 volt with 20 amp. I tell them I want to have waterproof ESC, because if I drive off-road I don't want to have to think on what happens if I don't see something water in my off-road session. Or if I drive on-road, many times we have here rain and I drive anytime my on-road even if it's raining. So that's why in Traverse I like the ZTV even if it's a big case. These small babies are not really waterproof but splash proofed. They are just filled up with silicone. Here you see it works fine. Until now I have no issue and I drive in water with my off-road with that ESC in the car. This one I gotta fit it on an on-road car. And why did I drive so much S? Think on e-bike, e-scooter, e-board, e-hoover or e-cars scale 1. They have many S and drive small amps. And we do the same here. I know, in 8S you can push 50 kilogram heavy low Z5, also 200 kilometers an hour, but you will cook out your motor, your ESC, your battery really fast, and you can put in there the twice of LiPo because you have the room and the weight is not much mattering. 1 or 2 kilogram more in the low Z5 is not really a big deal, but it's still not be so comfortable to drive as if you put a 60 or 80S ESC combo electronic battery in such a heavy car. I try it, and the low Z5 with the, if you take the cage, if you take the whole car, it's about 18 kilograms. So with 18S and 400 kV, I was really happy. I have a cool run time from about 20-25 minutes with 5000 milliamps battery. I have no issue with temperature and I get 80 kilometers an hour top speed. That's way enough for a track run. If you just want to make drag races and or oval and big straight lines, better go to 2-stroke. So we're gonna test it. I'm gonna tell you what I feel about it. I'm not worried. I know it's gonna work fine because it's basically the same electronic that this baby. And I have already 10 from them. And since the new update with the brake happens for 1 or 2 years now, we have an update on brakes and backwards. This ESC work really fine, like the like a Hobbywing or a Castle ESC. These ones are not so easy to fit anywhere because they have no mounting option. You have to use Velcro straps to put it on the car. Personally, I use also Velcro straps like on the battery, a battery strap around, so it's really secured, so I not lose it. This one, it's easier. I will make a plate, a mounting plate, and I will bolt it directly on the mounting plate. so you can put a flat plate anywhere, you can put an L plate and something in the car. And what I love the most is really the look, the nice look from this ESC. So thanks Rafa Mamba, because without him we would not have that baby here. So thank you, very nice, and you hear from me, buddy. Bye guys.